Good morning, team. I'm Amy Corr. I'm here with Kevin Van Eck, and here we are at the Goose Island Conference Room. We are going to talk today about referrals. We know we all love them, but sometimes we need to get ourselves into, maybe outside of our comfort zone, to start thinking about where is it that I can pick up some additional referrals in my business. So we're going to talk about that today.
That's right. So here's the thing. We know that our business is based on referrals, right? A lot of us tout the numbers, 75, 80, 90% of our business comes from referrals. But we could generate more if we take action, right? If we actually do something rather than sitting back and waiting for referrals to come to us. But we're intimidated, as you said, right? Where we're afraid to ask because it might come off as cheesy or aggressive or whatever it might be. We're going to talk through first the 3 reasons why we don't ask for it, and then we're going to solve the problem here.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is when to ask for a referral. I think there are obvious times, right, at the end of a big milestone in a transaction, maybe at the closing table, right, as we are wrapping up with a seller or a buyer and they just had a great experience. Sometimes it feels a little bit easier and a little more natural to ask then, but that's only at one point of the relationship that you have with these individuals, right? So we want to think about, are there other times when you are interacting with clients or people in your sphere of influence where you might be able to make the ask. And so I want you to start thinking about when they say thank you. Think about it. When they say thank you. There are so many things that you do for your clients, for your sphere of influence, whether it's dropping off a pop-by and you end up having a quick 10 to 15 minute conversation with somebody at their front doorstep. You know, they're gonna say thank you because they're so appreciative that you took the time to drop something off, right? Let's get that thank you a little bit further by figuring out how can I tee myself up for asking for that referral. Maybe you just reached out to everybody in your sphere and let them know, hey, there's a great discount or offering to get your HVAC vents cleaned, and you reach out to 15 people and they say thank you. Thinking about the word thank you as your cue to take it a little bit further and be comfortable with setting yourself up with the ask of a referral.
And so think outside of the box when it comes to it. Once you get through, maybe not closing, but once you get through that multiple offer situation, right?
I bet they're going to say thank you to you after that happens,
you
right?
handle the landscaping or painting or any of those things. So listen for the thank you. And as you said, it's because that is a time where they feel good, they are happy, and they may feel indebted to you. So here's the second part is how do you ask then, knowing that's how they feel? How do you ask? Well, you just ask them for a favor. So you hear the thank you and you say, you know what, could I ask you for just one small favor? And they will say,
yeah, sure. What do you need, Kevin?
Yeah, what do you need? So then you say, do you happen to know just one person who may need to prepare their home for sale just as we have? Do you happen to know just one person who has some trouble understanding what's happening in the market? Do you think through what they thanked you for, what they were grateful for, and position it so that you are asking for an introduction to a person in the same position. And it's really effective because you just helped them with that. Yeah. So now they are going to be confident in referring you to that one person who needs the same thing.
I love it.
So for more info, beyond what we're talking about, we have to give credit to Phil and Jones.
I know. I would like to say that we came up with this all by ourselves.
We're smart,
right?
but...
Yes, Phil M. Jones. Included in this week's video, we have given you a little bit of homework. There is a 10-minute video clip with Phil M. Jones talking exactly about this, how to make sure that you set yourself up for referrals and the way in which to do it. He talks about the thank you, and then he talks about the question that you need to present in order to get them teed up for exactly what you need.
That's right. Grow your referrals. And we also, little tease, if you haven't seen it yet, Phil M. Jones.
Phil M. Jones, he is coming this November. In fact, mark your calendars. November 4th, he will be speaking at the At Properties Christie's International Real Estate Expo. I guarantee you will love his presentation.
100%. So thank you for joining us this morning. Click into that video right now. Don't miss it. Take the time now.
Yep, and we'll see you next week. But remember, until then, you got this.